Hello, thanks for watching this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to use a data-driven concept in TestProject automation platform. So it is very simple, straightforward. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to a project. So I have already created one test with the data-driven concept. Just take you through before explaining it so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, so let's go into test. I'm using Blaze demo sample project, which is available. Go to home page. It has got a registration functionality, so where you can fill in a couple of fields: name, company, email address, password, confirm password, and hit registration. So it creates one registration. So let's say now I should create a test where I should be able to test this particular feature or functionality for 100 or 2 different data sets. In that case, creating 100 similar test which does the same functionality is not really good. It's not a good idea. It is not advisable as well. So for that, we should use data-driven concept. Okay, so in that concept, what it does, so we store all the different data sets in an external file. Okay, in our case, we're going to store in a CSV file. Because TestProject it supports CSV file. It's pretty much simple and easy. So store all of this data and link that file into the test for which test we would like to do data-driven. Simple. Okay. So in the existing test which I'm showing here, so it has got a couple of steps, and so all the test data, all the data which I'm feeding into application through test, I have converted those steps into parameters steps. Okay, so those parameter steps, already you know how to use parameters. Otherwise, you can go to my YouTube channel and find out there's a particular video which I've created. So link that parameter for the each field, so wherever it is required. Okay, so then come back to the project, and when you create a job, test job, and include test into that particular job, and add the test data source into the particular job. Okay, that's it. So when you execute this, it executes the test for the number of data set which you have provided in the data source. Okay, it's very simple, pretty much very easy. Okay, so now let's see that. Let's create one test, how it works. Let's go to the same project, create a new test. So we know how to create test by selecting the web application, since I'm using web application. Next, and give a name, data-driven test demo 2. Descriptions up to you. You can give or just leave it. Click next. Now you should select the application. Let me select this Blaze demo register user. Click next, and yes, of course, I'm going to use record feature. Record it, start. Okay, so recording window launched. Now you know the functionality, what I'm trying to do automate. So in your real-time application, or maybe while practicing, you know which application you're going to use it. So you should know the flow. Okay, I know the flow, how to do that. Give the name here. So I'll just give demo 1, company, some dummy data I'm just providing here, demo@demo.com, password pin123 and pin123 again. So click register. Okay, so that step is done. Now, so let's stop this and go to steps. We got 12 steps. So just have a close look in each steps. So understand which steps where we have provided the data into the application. Okay, so we are typing here, and we are typing company name, we are typing email address, password, and confirm password. So all these steps we should first create parameters and link to those steps. Okay, so you know how to create parameters already. Otherwise, you can watch my video which I have already created in my channel. Okay, so what we have to do, let's go to first step, navigate to application URL. It's by default test project platform itself already declared, so you don't need to worry about that. Create type demo. I don't have to explain how to create parameter because I already have a video, you can watch it. I'm straight away creating that. Create your name. I'm going to give this time test demo user. So I'll keep this under test. Add name, isn't it? Okay, so I'll go to type company, save it. Well, so now we have declared parameters and linked to each steps wherever we have used test data. Let's have a verification. Type in see okay, go to the name, select name here and save that. Type email. Yeah, so sometimes while doing you might miss some of the steps, so it's better to verify before finalizing it. So type email address is not saved, save it here. Okay, so name, company, email address, password, confirm password. Brilliant. So all fine now. So what I'm going to do, just run it just to make sure your data declaration and the provided value, default values, can work with your test. Save it, navigate it, so you can see that it's working fine. Brilliant. What I'm going to do now, so close the test. Okay, so data-driven test demo, this is our test. I got a test here, just remove, since I've already created job, I remove this. Fine. So this is our task which I have recently created now, just now. Okay. So when you right click on this 3 dots, you can see an option data source template. Okay. Because you have provided data into test steps. What test project, the advanced feature, the better way of doing data driven is it creates a data source template which is almost half done for work for you. So okay, you need to create a CSV file or Excel file and declare all the data, fields, headers, and then provide test data, which is not required. No need to do it. So straight away download this template. Okay, I just opened the template. You can see that now. So these are the variable names or parameters name which we have declared in the test, and we assign default value, which is working now. Okay, so application URL, we don't want it because it is at the application level, default one, you can delete that. So these are the parameters which we have provided, isn't it? So now, so we have the header now, because first row is always header, so we should provide the data for this now. So just give one set of data, maybe as per my example demo. I'll just give a company, just one, and confirm password as user one. Okay, just copy this and make your number of data sets. So in my case, I'll do and save this and go back to test. Okay, so in your test, you can see there is another option, data source. So this is where we upload our data files. Okay, so I got existing one. I just delete this. I don't want this now. We get confused otherwise. So add file. So now I'm going to give data-driven demo 1. Yeah. So upload that file into this. Brilliant. Done. So create, save. After that, go to test. And this is the test. Okay, go to existing job. So existing job has got an agent linked, which is running in my local machine. Add that particular test into that. Okay, So you can see that there's an option enabled. So data source thing. So it says data source is not attached. Click on that and select which data source you would like to link with that particular test. So select this one which we have created, update. That's it. So data-driven to run through your test is completely set. Once that is done, so just hit run. You can see job execution started. Now we should be able to see. Now you can just see that the username and test data. You can see that test data names which is coming from the Excel. So we have given in a different name format. So that means data-driven is working in TestProject in a very, very simple way. So it's very easy to use and is very, very useful while working in real-time project where you have to test an application for the multiple different data sets. So then data-driven is going to be very much useful. Perfect. So execution is done. So go to report and you can see all the test execution for all test data set results here. Okay, so you can see, so this is the data source icon. It says, so there are 10 different data sets. So for all of them, it's been executed and all the steps are passed. Okay, if any iteration is failed, you can see red different mark here. So you can go and see what went wrong. Okay, so that's about data-driven and TestProject. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your technical network. Thank you.